Good evening, everyone, and welcome to George L. King Field. We are doing things a little bit differently tonight on havenfootball.net, at least for the pregame. We have a busy evening here in Wallingford, starting with a combined Strath Haven Middle School and High School band who are getting organized on the field as we speak, and we will have a little pregame fun for everyone to see here prior to our typical pregame and, of course, the 7 o'clock kickoff. So, with that being said, as the band members for both schools get organized, we have Nick Pignataro. Nick Pignataro is putting on his headset as we speak, and we'll kick this over to him once we get everybody squared away down on the field. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play as always, and joined by Pete Fulgenetti, Mike Mayer, Andrew Kaufman, Kevin Bittner's on the scoreboard, and Dean Michelson and Mike Clancy on the cameras. But in the meantime, we're going to turn this over to Strath Haven High School Band Director Nick Pignataro to kick things off.
Good evening and welcome to this very special moment in our school year, Strath Haven Band Night. The Panther Marching Band welcomes 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students from Strath Haven Middle School to join us for this incredible pregame performance. We take a moment to thank all the music teachers in Wallingford Swarthmore that helped to make this evening happen. Mrs. Haley Lombard, Miss Kate Troutman, Miss Cara Suarez, Miss Dawn Mason O'Valley, Mr. Joe Greenhall, Mrs. Joanne Haley, Miss Sarah Elshake, Mr. James McLaughlin, Mr. Steve Fisher, and Mrs. Lindsay Reinhardt Silva. We gratefully welcome Mrs. Allison Williams, who leads the middle school this evening and prepares the future of the Pride of Haven. The Panther Marching Band and the Springfield High School Band met in the middle of the field in 2001 in a gesture of peace following the events of September 11th. We continue that tradition today as the combined middle school and high school band performs Irving Berlin's God Bless America. August 11th, 1984. This peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Get ready for cooler temperatures and spooky, scary sounds. This is Ghostbusters. combined band has one more special song for us to play in honor of our showcase, our Eagles fan base welcoming here. Okay, we will hold for a special announcement.
So as we transport a microphone down to field level, we are about to hear from Philadelphia Eagles PR whiz Dave Spadaro, and he's ready to introduce some folks, some special guests here tonight on Philadelphia Eagles High School Showdown. So as you see some silver and black, plenty of silver and black here tonight, but also sprinkled in some green, whether it's the bows in the cheerleaders' hair or the pom-poms that the band front is holding at the moment. We've got a lot of Kelly and Midnight Green in the crowd tonight, and ready to turn things over here to Eagles PR man Dave Spadaro down on the sideline.
Showdown, and we couldn't think of a better place and a better league. The Central League is where it's at. Delaware County, the best football in the area. All of these athletes, and I'm just talking about the players, I'm talking about the players and the bands and the cheerleaders and the support staff and all the students here and all the parents here. Everyone making this such a special night. I'd like to welcome the Philadelphia Eagles drum line and our cheerleaders. Please, the band here, 300 students are going to, if you all would, stand and just sing the Eagles fight song. Bring your team good luck tonight and bring the Eagles good luck on Sunday in Tampa. Take it away.
Many thank yous to the Philadelphia Eagles for sending the drum line, as well as the 630 band members on the field right now. We'll tune it right back in here for the drum line to continue. Well, we don't get that every week, but it's been a fun extra 10 minutes here getting things started here on tonight's broadcast here on havenfootball.net. There is still some pretty important football to be played, but man, what a crowd tonight watching 630 combined members of the middle school and high school bands together to get it started. Okay, we're flying a little bit blind here as far as who's coming and going. But the Strath Haven band ready to make their way over to the east end zone and get set up for tonight's game. We expect we might see Swoop running around on the track here tonight at some point. Eagles mascot as well as Eagles legends Jason Avant and Todd Harrimans from those Andy Reid, Jim Johnson days in the early 2000s and so forth. Just a couple of terrific local alumni who are around as well. So in the meantime, we're going to keep it right here and just say hello. Actually, no, we're going to take a break. So we're going to come right back here, come back with our typical intro, get things started here, and the opening kickoff just around the corner on havenfootball.net.
Senior Home Care is owned by a Strath Haven family, the Glowackies. We provide in-home care assistance with all activities of daily living, personal care, transportation, mobility assistance, light housekeeping, and meal preparation. We also offer personal care, including hygiene, companion care, and medication reminders. Alzheimer's and dementia care, along with short-term respite care, are also available. Schedule your free consultation at 610-719-3223 or go to our website at secondfamily.com.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
High school football is...
You're on, Dean.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. We've got a new fan here wearing 00 down on the track, getting the crowd fired up here for Central League football action here on what begins the second half of the high school season already, week 6, with the visiting Marple Newtown Tigers and the home team tonight, the Strath Haven Panthers. Panthers coming off their first loss of the season a week ago. But we'll pause here as they introduce Jason Avant and Todd Harrimans.
High school football is on the air. HavenFootball.net is pleased to present tonight's Strath Haven football game. Tonight's game is between the 2-3 Marple Newtown Tigers and your 4-1 Strath Haven Panthers.
They give to the near side. Ali with a head of steam, cuts it back. And one man to beat. Oh, nearly does. But out across the 50. It is Rogers steps up, fires to the far sideline. It is intercepted by Grayson LaFrance.
Tonight's game is sponsored by the Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods. Published since 1893. Steve Taub's Allstate Insurance and Media. Auto, Home, and Life. You're in good hands with Allstate. Second Family Home Care and Support for your very special loved ones. Rose Tree Wellness Center, complete chiropractic treatments featuring ART therapies in media. We get to the root of the problem. Ducklings Early Learning Center in Wallingford, daycare for ages 6 weeks to 5 years. Jessica Mudrick, a Caldwell Banker Realtor, where your home story begins. Scar Pagnato Plumbing, over 20 years experience for all your plumbing needs in Wallingford. Proud Haven supporters Mary and Larry Luter, go Haven! Ask, alumni and friends supporting kids, helping students K through 12 to enhance their educational experience. AMF Auto Clinic, taking care of your cars since 1961, located in Brookhaven on Edgemont Avenue. Fisher's finest flag football for boys and girls. America's fastest growing youth sport. The Wharton Benefits Group, specializing in creating employee benefit packages to attract, retain, and award the best employees. Here are tonight's internet announcers, the voices of the Strath Haven Panthers, Brian Carroll, Pete Fulgenetti, Andrew Kaufman, and Mike Mayer.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. After our typical intro, we're just introducing this thing, but we've got some bonus coverage tonight. And thanks once again to Dave Spadaro and everybody at the Eagles Public Relations Department for a fun pregame show here from the drumline, the cheerleaders, Swoop, and alumni Todd Hermans and Jason Avant, of course, and of course the stars of the show pregame, the 630 band members in the middle school and high school combined for 3 songs in the pregame. So happy to bring it to you here on havenfootball.net. And we are getting ready for some football here with the 4-1 Strath Haven Panthers coming off their first loss of the season, a 10-6 slugfest defensive battle last week, and came out on the wrong end of it with Haverford. And across the way here momentarily will come the Marple Newtown Tigers in their road whites, taking the field here momentarily. They also coming off a loss. They've dropped 3 of their last 4. But looking to turn things around, and it's always a good battle when the Tigers and Panthers go head-to-head. So, head coach Chris Kicking in his 13th season now over at Marple Newtown is over there on the far sideline, and of course on the near sideline you have head coach Kevin Clancy, been there since 1991, 7th in Pennsylvania history in all-time coaching wins, and looking at get things turned around after a disappointing result last week. But there was a lot to feel good about last week in terms of the way the kids played down. Several key players last week on both sides of the football. The Panthers still did some good things, and Pete Fulgenetti, what are you looking for tonight as sort of a continuation of the things the Panthers did well a week ago?
Yeah, Brian, they did well. They had some substitutions they had to make on the line there, and they weren't going with a full lineup. Their starting quarterback was out, but they played a great game, and they were one pass away towards the last minute where it went out of bounds at the 5. If that was in bounds, it probably would have been a Panther win. But let's see if the Panthers can bounce back tonight, and we have most of everybody back. So it should be an exciting game with the Eagles on the sidelines, and it's just a great atmosphere here, and I'm ready to go.
Panthers still down. You see out at midfield there, wearing number 15, Luke Mulhern, senior linebacker and quarterback, is out tonight of action. Fellow senior, number 52 for the Panthers, Ronan McHugh, also out, but joined by Quinn Kell and Grayson LaFrance and Nick Faribaugh out at midfield for the coin toss. But again, you've got some guys back, guys who missed last week. Zach Milligan is back, Landon Barlow is back, John Riley is back, so some key guys back in the lineups to help the Panthers tonight. Marple Newtown is meeting at midfield as well. Their captains include number 4, Jack Dean, number 5, Brett Wolski, turn around young man, 55, that's who I thought it was, Dom DeLuzio, a 2-way lineman, and number 11, your quarterback and outside linebacker, Sean Grogan. So both teams with looking to make some noise here, not only in terms of staying alive near the top of the Central League race, but this is all playoff points available here at the 5A District 1 level. So we're going to take a short time out, be back in 30 seconds for the tail end of the national anthem and the opening kickoff here on havenfootball.net.
Want to have your kids get involved in the fastest growing youth sport in America? Non-contact flag football is here in Wallingford at Fisher's Finest Flag Football. Boys and girls in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grades are eligible. Adult coaching for each team assures that each child is taught proper football techniques and skills. Get involved in flag football. Sign up for learning camps in spring 2026. Go to fishersfinest13.com for more information.
Hello everyone, I'm Ron Jaworski, former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
There's your Star Spangled Banner performed by the 12th man, the Strath Haven Marching Unit, from the stands over there in the East End Zone. And getting ready to rock and roll here in Week 6. Can't believe we've finished one lap here of the high school regular season already, but ready to get things going on yet another beautiful night. We've had perfect weather almost every Friday, Pete.
Yeah, our new Haven jackets are in the closet. I hope we get to wear them before the season. You know what? In the playoffs, when it gets in November, we'll wear them.
Let's hope they're in there long enough to they're in the playoff bracket long enough to make that worthwhile. In the meantime, Marple Newtown getting things ready to receive the opening kickoff, and they'll move right to left. They'll send a couple of dangerous return men deep, including number 4, Jack Dean, and number 5, your do-everything running back, Brett Wolski. He of all sorts of yardage and touchdowns that we'll talk about a little bit later on, but Matt Steyer has it teed, ready to go here at the 40-yard line for the Panthers. They'll move that over to the far hash and ready to rock and roll here. We'll try to get you score updates from elsewhere around District 1 and a couple of local District 12 teams in a rivalry game here in Delaware County as well. But packed house here at George L. King Field for what is always a good battle with the Tigers and Panthers. Matt Steyer, he of 2 field goals a week ago, 13 touchbacks on the season. Let's see if he can start another one here. High, short, end over end kick's going to come down to Dean at the 6-yard line. Jack Dean cuts to his right, has a little bit of a seam, but is tripped up at the 25-yard line. And the Marple Newtown offense takes the field first, led by senior quarterback. Number 11 is Sean Grogan, your running back. They'll throw it to him, they'll hand it to him. You'll hear his name a bunch tonight. That's Brett Wolski. 3 wide receivers, Jack Dean, Nick Delvecchio, and Kieran Hennessy. Tight end is Jackson Park. When they use a fullback, it'll be Jacob Maeda. Center is Dom DeLuzio, Chris Chambers at guard, opposite Trip Drysdale. Matthew Hobson and Jonel Haji are your bookend tackles. Fullback and an I formation that gives to Wolski on first down. He has running room off the right side, carrying tacklers, and Panthers slow him down after a gain of maybe 4 or 5. We'll see where they spot it. But Wolski's a busy guy on the offensive side of the ball. Panther defense tonight. Got some starters back. Landon Barlow and Zach Milligan back in the lineup up front with Paul Oblek and Nick Faribaugh. Linebackers Cole Haley, Patrick Burke, and Yosef Ali. The corners Jalen Starr and Grayson LaFrance. Quinn Kell at strong safety and Casey Hudson in center field as the free safety. On 2nd and 5, Grogan in the gun. On his right hip is Wolski. It's give to Wolski. He spins away from one man, keeps his footing, and he'll be wrapped up. The Panthers swarm nicely. Great job keeping containment. Yosef Ali in the backfield right there, and nowhere to go for Wolski. He'll lose 3 on the play, turn it into 3rd and 8.
What was good on that play was the containment. They didn't let him get outside. The ends kept him inside, forced him inside, and Ali finished the job.
Wolski, 677 yards and 8 rushing touchdowns on the season. He's also caught 10 passes already for 116 yards. So look for him to catch it in the flat or run it. Well, he's in the eye right now. Dots it as the tailback. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Dean in the slot. On 3rd and 8, play fake to Wolski. Back for the first time, Grogan wide open and knocked down. Beautiful play by Burke. Dean sat down in a soft spot in the zone, but Burke with a big-time play to swat it away, and 3 and out goes Marple Newtown on their opening possession.
Yeah, it looked like a man was wide open, and I didn't see the underneath man to knock that down, because if he didn't, that would have been a long gainer.
Jack Dean was found a spot there near midfield, but Patrick Burke knocks it down. On to punt it away, number 19, Kyan Chisnall, the senior from Australia. We'll get back to that idea in a moment, and he lets one go. A high, terrific spiral. This will be Quinkel with a catch and some room. 35-40, steps away from one man. He's near midfield before he's banged out of bounds by number 12, Jackson Park. But good return for Quinkel. Gives the Panthers the football at the midfield stripe for their first possession of the night. Jake Plunkett gets his second start at quarterback tonight. Your fullback Ryan Mudrick, Casey Hudson, and Yosef Ali are the halfbacks. They'll rotate Landon Barlow in there from time to time as well, and we'll see Derek Bradley in the backfield tonight too. Cole Haley and Tyler Slaughter, your tight ends up front. John Riley will mix in as well. Chase Schuster is your center. Faribault and Milligan at guard. Jackson Miller and Paul Oblek are your tackles. 2 tight ends set to start for the Panthers from the 50. This is Yosef Ali, cuts it back, steps away from one man, and picks up 7 yards on first down. Nice work there by Ali. Nice 6, I guess.
Nice cut back there from Ali. He was going left, and he came right. Just tripped up. If he didn't get tripped up, he'd have gained 10 more yards.
Second down and 3 upcoming. The defense for Marple Newtown, Greg Scott, Dylan Campbell, Dom DeLuzio, and Matthew Hobson up front with Mike Murray. Jackson Park, Brett Wolski, Sean Grogan are your linebackers. Jack Dean and Gideon Planning are your corners, and Jack Drager at free safety. 9 in the box on 2nd and 3. Ryan Mudrick will bang his way near first down yardage. I think he's a hair short. Should bring up 3rd and 1. Mudrick held in check last week by a very tough, strong Haverford defense that limited Mudrick to just 32 yards on 15 carries. So Panther offense comes in to tonight averaging 308 on the ground. Looking for some room here on 3rd and 1. Quarterback sneak, Plunkett dives forward, first down yardage indeed. Good work there by Schuster, Milligan, and Faribault leading the way. And pickup of about 3 to move the chains for Plunkett. Dylan Campbell in on the stop there for the Tigers. 9-10 and counting to go here in the first quarter. 2 tight ends again. Landon Barlow checks in as a wing to the far side. Play fake, and you're going to get pre-snap motion, I think, as Barlow was looking to take a handoff. But I think this one's going backwards. Or no, Marple Newtown offside instead. Turns it into 1st and 5. So, see if the play call changes. As Panthers trying to take advantage of the first penalty of the evening. Ball spotted now at the Marple Newtown 33. Checking into the game for Marple Newtown, number 23 is Jacob Maeda.
Good place to take a shot here on 1st and 5.
Under center, give is to Landon Barlow, and he'll push his way across the 30 near first down yardage. And Barlow, the leading rusher for the Panthers going into last week's game, but sat it out and now trying to get back on track. Picks up 6 and a Panther first down.
You know, Brian, last week if we'd have had Barlow against that attack, it would have been a lot easier to score against Haverford. It's great to see him back.
Certainly some size and some speed mixed in there with Barlow in the game. Casey Hudson checks back in now. T formation. You're going to get pre-snap again, and once again, Marple Newtown offside. I did notice that in watching some film over the last week that there were several Tigers encroaching that neutral zone awfully close, and the officials seem to be right on it here at the start. Another free 5 for the Panthers. 1st and 5 now from the 22-yard line. Plunkett jogs in the play with 8:08 and counting to go here in quarter number 1. Strath Haven started this at the 50. Trying to cash in here. This is Casey Hudson's first carry. Into the secondary he goes. Steps away, and Casey Hudson in the end zone for the first time this season. Panthers strike quickly, and 22 yards later, number 5 is on the board.
I'm glad to see Casey Hudson get that touchdown, Brian. We've seen so many times he was, breaking away and got tripped up in the Radnor game. This time he went all the way. Great run by Hudson.
Beautifully blocked on this right side as well. Excellent job, and Casey Hudson into the end zone. Matt Steyer on for the extra point out of the hold of John Riley. 7:51 to go here in quarter number 1. Jackson Miller to snap it. Ball spotted. Kick is away. Plenty of leg, and Matt Steyer stays perfect on the season. 7-0 Strath Haven. See what Marple can do to answer when we come back on havenfootball.net.
The Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper has partnered up with havenfootball.net. The Swarthmorean was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op, or go to swarthmorean.com for a mailed or digital subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
Hey fans, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you are listening to high school football right here at havenfootball.net.
7:51 to go here in the opening quarter. Strath Haven 7. Marple Newtown nothing after one drive. And what a job by the defense forcing a 3-and-out. Big play by Patrick Burke to knock away a third down pass, and Panthers take advantage of a short field defense. Special teams, good return from Quinn Kell to give him the 50-yard line. And now Casey Hudson finds the end zone here in week 6 for the first time all season from 22 yards out. Panthers on top early. End over and kick. Angling towards Dean. He will catch it a yard deep in the end zone. There's another touchback for Matt Steyer. And a long field in front of Marple Newtown as they'll start at their 20-yard line. Fun stuff here, Mike Mayer. Haven't introduced you yet.
Yeah, it's Marple so far has really shot themselves in the foot with the offside penalties, and I'm waiting for them to start getting up a little bit of head of steam. Right now, it's been all Haven. Of course, coming off of that Haverford loss last week, you figure they were going to come out here with a bit of a vengeance.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for Marple Newtown. Shotgun look for Sean Grogan. On his left hip is Brett Wolski. Give inside. Wolski trying to bounce his way inside, outside, and not going far thanks to Patrick Burke stepping up and making a stop. Gain of maybe a yard for Wolski. Brings up 2nd down and 9. So Wolski, in that loss to Garnet Valley last week, had a 94-yard touchdown run in the third quarter that cut that lead in half and really made a game of it. Finished with 157. And then had 43 receiving yards on top of it. So he has had a 6-touchdown game to his credit in the Harrington game, and he stands in the backfield again with Grogan. They motion Wolski to this near side, and they're going to fire to the flat. This is Wolski, makes the grab, and he is buried. What a job out here by Cole Haley with help from Quinn Kell. Haley all over it. And the Panthers drop Wolski for no gain, I guess.
Again, Brian, we saw the speed of the Haven linebackers. It's been that way all season. They've been going to the ends like that. It's hard to beat them around the end because of their speed.
Down Luke Mulhern, of course, tonight, but Yosef Ali doesn't lack for speed as his replacement, and Burke and Haley have been phenomenal since day one. All right, 2 receivers to either side. Slot to either side, split to either side, and Grogan now on 3rd down and 9. Back looking, going to dump it to the flat again. Wolski with some more room this time. He bounces off one tackle, and he'll be bumped shy of the 1st down, out of bounds. Burke with another stop, and let's see where they spot this. Turns this to 4th down and about 3, out to the 27. Let's see, looks like a punt. Yep, punt team's coming on, and Marple Newtown again looks looks like a 3 and out here upcoming. All right. Chisnall with some Australian rules football to his credit, back in his home country. Does well to track down a high snap and lets it go. Wobbling kick this time. Casey Hudson, fair catch, makes the grab at the Haven 47-yard line. Great job by Chisnall. There's a terrific article written in the Daily Times about him just a couple weeks back, and he and his younger brother, a sophomore on the team, come from Australia. The father got transferred to work here and says, all right, I can certainly kick a ball, and here we are.
Yeah.
So,
unbelievable.
all right. So he stirs as the kicker and the punter. And Jake Plunkett in the offense takes over now at the 47-yard line. 6:12 remaining here in quarter number 1. Panthers trying to add to a 7-0 lead. 50 yards of offense for the Panthers on the opening drive, all of it on the ground. Hudson wing to the far side. First down gives to Ryan Mudrick, your fullback, bangs his way across midfield for a gain of maybe 6 more.
That was a great run right up the middle there. The opening was right there from Nick Farball, and a nice 8-yard, 6 or 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3.
Marple Newtown's defense has given up some ground on the ground, given up a lot of rushing yards this season. Gave up 236 to Garnet Valley a week ago, 255 in their loss to Springfield, gave up over 300 to Ridley a few weeks back. So the Panthers looking to add to that here. Gives to Mudrick one more time. He'll bounce his way in the neighborhood of a first down. Stopped there by Matthew Hobson, but give him 3 more and another first down. Ryan Mudrick starting to get things going now.
Yeah, last week, if you remember, we didn't see Mudrick until the second half, basically.
Yeah.
It was last week, I think, yeah.
Panthers break the huddle again with 2 tight ends. Tyler Slaughter to the far side. John Riley in the game to the near side at tight end. On first down, Plunkett give on the sweep to this near side. Looking for room. Hudson gets a block from Faribault and dives inside the 35-yard line to the 34. 8 more for Casey Hudson.
Again, we have that multiple attack. 3 different running backs going left, going right, off tackle, off guard. It's a very difficult offense to stop.
We'll put it down on the 35. Sets up 2nd and 3. 4:43 and counting to go here in quarter number 1.
Much better offensive start to this one for the Panthers. 1+ drives, and they're already over their production from the first half last week.
9 in the box there for Marple Newtown, and not much doing there for Mudrick that time. Good work there by the Tigers, reacting quickly. Number 51 is Greg Scott, joined by Dylan Campbell on the stop. No gain for Mudrick, and brings up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, the Tigers, that time they closed the middle of the line real good, and they were waiting for Mudrick.
Try to keep you posted on other scores from around the Central League. Garnet Valley at Conestoga, Harrington visiting Springfield. We'll get scores as we can. Bouncing to this near side is Casey Hudson. He wiggles his way near first down yardage, but I think he's a hair shy. Looks like it'll be about a yard or 2 short here. I'll put it down at the Tiger 34-yard line. So nice work by Marple Newtown rallying to the football. Landon Barlow checks into the game now for Ryan Mudrick, and it brings up 4th and about 2. Panthers will forego a 51-yard field goal for now and see if they can pick it up right here. Panthers just 1 for 7 on the season on 4th down, trying to change that here. Landon Barlow is your fullback. Gives to Barlow, straight ahead, bounces his way, runs through one tackler, steps over another man. Barlow still on his feet, keeps his footing, and he is... No signal. Is he in or did he step out?
He stepped out.
Okay.
He stepped out at about the 7.
All right. Line judge was unsure momentarily, but Barlow down to the 11-yard line. Big play right there for Barlow on 4th and 2, and the Panthers in business now with 4 cracks at it from the 11. Gain of 23 for Barlow. 1st and 10. Barlow still in there at fullback. Wing to the near side, Yosef Ali. And now he's got timeout on the field for Marple Newtown. 3 minutes to go in quarter number one. We'll take a short timeout with him. Panthers knocking on the door when we come back on havenfootball.net.
Welcome to Allstate, where everyone saves when they bundle their home and auto insurance. Isn't that right, Frank?
I saved 25%. Booyah.
You protected your casa?
Sure did.
And the Frank tank?
You know it.
And now you're relaxing.
I'm working from home.
Sure you are. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate.
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on Haven Football.
Welcome back to High School Football here on havenfootball.net. Whether you're joining us on the Tiger Radio Network, NFHS, WWON in New York, or here straight through the website on havenfootball.net. Glad to bring it to you for live action here in Wallingford. John Riley, tight end to the far side, Slaughter to the near side, 1st and 10 from the 11. Give is to Yosef Ali, bounces his way to the outside, sprints to the end zone, touchdown Panthers! Oh, good patient run there from Ali, waited for some space, bounced it to his left, and he's in from 11 yards out. And with just under 3 minutes to go now, the Panthers have opened up a 2-score lead. Ali's 4th touchdown on the season. And Matt Steyer on for the extra point with 2:51 to go here in quarter number one. Miller to snap it. Riley puts it down. Kick is away and good. Strath Haven 14, Marple Newtown nothing. We'll take a short time out. Be back in a moment on havenfootball.net.
Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to Wallingford. Beautiful night, weather-wise, and beautiful night if you're a Panther fan through the first 10 minutes of action here. Strath Haven 14, Marple Newtown nothing, with still 2:51 to go here in quarter number one. Been all Panthers, Pete.
Yeah, I think they came out with a little revenge after last week, and they're really showing what they got. And of course, when you have 3 of your starters back, what a difference that makes. You know, Barlow last week would have really helped, but he's here this week. We got the lead, and let's go.
Beautiful blocking up front for the Panthers in the early going. High end-over-end kick from Steyer. This will be Dean up this near hash and got ahead of steam there across the 25-yard line before he's into the arms of Nick Faribault. Nice work by Jack Dean, the senior split end on, again, a little bit better field position now for Marple Newtown at their 26-yard line.
You know, this year, Brian, the Panthers' special teams have been so much improved. A couple of years ago, that was their weakness. Right now, it's one of their strengths.
Indeed. Steyer is a weapon with the kickoff game for sure, but the coverage has been fantastic. Knock on wood if you're a Panther fan. All right, 3 wide receivers to the near side. Panthers outnumbered here at the moment, and 1 to the far side. Motion man is Jack Dean. Sweep to that far side on the jet. Tries to turn it upfield and is met very quickly over there. I don't know if he got any yardage at all. Nice work there by the corner on the stop. But good work there, stopping Dean for a loss on the play.
Yeah, the whole line as a group just shaded to the left, and they just followed him over until there was nowhere to go but down.
2nd down and 11 now for Marple Newtown. Still looking for their first down of the evening. Jalen Starr singled up with Dean on this near side. LaFrance to the far side in coverage. Gives to Wolski, trying for room, and he steps into the secondary, bounces outside. Good vision from number 5. LaFrance finally slings him down, but not before he picks up the 40-yard line. And the Tigers' first down of the evening. Good run there by Wolski, finding room where there wasn't much early on. But you do have a flag on the play, and maybe that's where the room came from.
Maybe a little bit of holding, maybe, huh?
The officials think so, and Marple Newtown's third penalty of the night wipes out a first down run, and will turn this back on their side of the 20. Ouch.
The Tigers cannot afford all these penalties. They have enough problems with the Haven offense and defense, but if they're going to do these penalties, they really got their backs up against the wall.
This will take it back to the 18-yard line here. Turn it into second and a zip code. 1:56 to go here in quarter number 1. And Marple Newtown, long way to go here from the 18-yard line. Second and about 18. Split to the near side, bottom of your screen is Cole D'Ambrosio, senior split end. Two receivers either side for Grogan, who's back looking down the shallow cross in and out of the hands, incomplete. Looking for Jack Dean, and a couple of Panthers were licking their chops there, but not sure how far he would have gone had he held it. Wolski was flaring out in the backfield there as well. And now third and 18 is where we land for the Marple Newtown offense. Tough sledding here for Coach Gicking and the Tigers, who've won in the last 5 meetings. Marple Newtown's won 2 of them. They've given Strath Haven all sorts of trouble over the last 15 years or so. Tonight, it's been all Panthers through the first quarter. Grogan on third and long. Back to pass. Here comes the pass rush. Milligan in his face. Dumps underneath. First completion of the night to Nick Delvecchio, but the Panthers swarm quickly, and he's dropped there by Nick Faribaugh back near the original line of scrimmage. And then we've got an injured player. Could be Delvecchio, the ball carrier there. So we'll keep an eye on this, and looks like he'll get some medical attention. All right, so we've got an injured Tiger on the ground. Unfortunately, it was Delvecchio who made the catch and being tended to on that far numbers. We'll take a short timeout, and Panthers looking to get the ball back here momentarily on havenfootball.net.
Alumni and Friends Supporting Kids is a fiscal partner of the Foundation for Wallingford Swarthmore Schools. ASK strives to bridge the gaps in access to educational resources so that WSSD students have a holistic school experience. ASK helps students K-12 with items, services, and resources to support and enhance their educational experience with a focus on academic, artistic, athletic, and social enrichment. ASK scholarship forms are available on the WSSD website as well as through the school counseling department.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ron Jaworski, former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, and you're listening to high school football right here on Haven Football.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. As Marple Newtown looking at a 4th and 10, but more importantly right now, just trying to get some help here for Nick Delvecchio, senior wide receiver who made his first catch of the night, but now being helped off towards that far sideline. Hopefully it's a quick recovery here for Nick, but Tigers ready to put their punter on the field for the 3rd time in as many possessions. Couple score updates. Thank you to Andrew for combing through Twitter and so forth. Unionville up on Oxford 14-6. Same score for Downingtown West, who leads Westchester Ruston.
13. That one
13-6
is 13-6.
rather. Missed extra point somewhere. Bonner leading O'Hara 22-10 last
final.
week, but that's gone final now, so the defending 4A state champs taking care of business there. Here, wobbling kicks, angling towards Quinn Kell, and then hits Jack Dean in coverage. So Marple Newtown will settle for downing it at the 42-yard line, and the Panthers will start actually at the 43. Roman Catholic and top-ranked, state-ranked LaSalle in 6A. Roman tied with LaSalle at the moment, 7-7, and Archbishop Carroll and Newman Goretti tied at 0 at the moment, and Andrew looks like he's got one more.
A couple of others. Malvern leads Gonzaga 3-0. Springfield up on Harriton 16-0. Lower Merion and Haverford, that's Haverford 14, Lower Merion 6.
Okay. All right, here we go. On first down, gives Ali, bouncing outside, loses the football, untouched. Now you got a flag on the play, but Marple Newtown's fighting for the football. Let's see. Both teams signaling they have it. Ali just lost the handle on it as he was looking to turn the corner on that left side, and Marple Newtown is on it. Did not see who had it. It might be Jackson Park, perhaps. There's a flag on the play. We'll have to see what this is. My guess is it's against Strath Haven, and Marple would obviously decline it. So Strath Haven leading 14-0, puts it on the ground, and now Marple Newtown in business at the Panther 40-yard line or so.
You know, it's a shame. Ali was getting ready to turn the corner there. He had a lot of green in front of him. It just slipped out of his hand.
All right, so here we go. Strath Haven defense trying to stem the tide here, and Marple still looking for their first down of the evening. But very good field position, probably 4-down territory here for the Tigers now at the Panther 41-yard line. That's one way to turn things, right? Just one mistake, and suddenly this game could get tight. All right, Derek Bradley into the game now at free safety for the Panthers. I formation. And now timeout Strath Haven. They want to talk things over defensively and try to let everybody catch their breath here now with the defense on their own side of the field. So we'll take a short timeout, be back in 30 seconds. Marple Newtown trying to dent that scoreboard when we come back on havenfootball.net.
Looking for pre-K childcare with an emphasis on learning? Ducklings Early Learning Center is available for children 6 weeks to 5 years old within one block of Nether Providence Elementary School on Moore Road in Wallingford. At Ducklings, our college-educated teachers create a safe, nurturing, educational environment in our beautiful facility. Call Ducklings today for an appointment at 610-936-9400.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. Strath Haven's defense back on the field now after a first down fumble. And Marple Newtown trying to take advantage of the first turnover of the evening. 1st and 10 at the Panther 41-yard line. Split to the far side is number 14, Gideon Quaney. Slot to the near side. Then slot, they fake first run of the evening for Grogan. First down, yardage and more. Down the far sideline, and the quarterback keeper down to the 20-yard line. Gain of 21 for Sean Grogan, the converted tight end, who's starting at quarterback this year. Give him 20 down to the Panther 21-yard line.
Yeah, that turnover gave them a little spark there, and you can see that they got a little more step in them now, and so the Panthers are going to have to tighten it up.
Very well blocked on that one. People keeping an eye on number 5, Wolski. They faked it to him, and Grogan had all sorts of room. He's under center now on 1st and 10 at the Panther 21. Motion man to the near side. It's Wolski out of the eye. Gets not much. Not much as Cole Haley there to meet him quickly. Still leans forward down to about the 18, so give him 3. Brings up 2nd down and 7. Chisnall is your field goal kicker as well, and he had plenty of leg in warm-ups from 40 and in. So certainly within range right now, but Marple Newtown would certainly love more than that. But they're going to have to do it from the other side of the field as we've reached the end of the first quarter. Strath Haven 14, Marple Newtown nothing. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks again to our terrific sponsors who put us on the air every week on havenfootball.net.
For your dream home, with over a decade of experience, Jess Mudrick knows the market inside and out. Known for her dedication and personalized service, Jess ensures every client finds their perfect match, from first-time buyers to luxury estates. A partner at the Sheridan Mudrick team and backed by Coldwell Banker Realty, Jess combines expertise with innovation, using the latest technology to make your buying or selling process seamless. For a real estate experience that's second to none, trust Jess Mudrick and the Sheridan Mudrick team. Visit SheridanMudrick.com today.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to Wallingford here in Week 6. Strath Haven 14, Marple Newtown nothing as we begin quarter number 2. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play, joined by Pete Fulgenetti, Andrew Kaufman, and Mike Mayer here in the booth. Thanks to Kevin on the scoreboard, Mike Clancy, and Dean Michelson working the cameras outside. So, again, happy to bring you live or on the archive. More fun on a Friday night. Andrew, go ahead.
A couple of score updates. Springford leads in Acton 10-0. Late first quarter. 4 minutes still to play in quarter number 1. Springfield up on Harriton now 29-0.
Still in the first quarter. Okay.
Still 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's been a tough sledding for Harriton. Back in the Central League now after beginning last year, and had a hard time since. All right. Split to the far side, Kieran Hennessy. Second and about 7 from the Haven 18. Grogan under center will be Wolski. Stretch play to this near side. Panthers get there fairly quickly, but Wolski still bumps his way down near the 10-yard line. Depends on the spot. He may have first down yardage, and yes, it'll be first and goal to go. Wolski picks up 8 and a first down. So, signs of life here for the Marple offense after a Haven turnover gave them a short field. 4 cracks at it from the 10 for the orange and black. That's Cole D'Ambrosio into the game. Split to the far side. Dean at the bottom of your screen. Your fullback is Jacob Maeda. Dean in motion. It's Wolski up the middle. Not much doing. Haley crashing in again from the edge, but good push up the middle that time. From the interior line, Miller and Ali. Wolski had to stop his feet in the backfield, did well just to get back to the line of scrimmage, and in fact they'll mark him a yard shy of that. Second and goal now from the 11. 6 carries for 11 yards for the senior Brett Wolski.
Now with the short field, Brian, that defense can play up tighter. There'll be less little openings, and let's see if we can stop them in this drive.
Second down. Then goal from the 11. Shotgun, motion man is Dean. They juggles the football, scramble for it. Dean did well, but you're going to end up with a flag on the far side. This could be a motion penalty here. We'll see. But boy, Tigers almost handed it right back to Haven as Dean never quite had it on that handoff, it seemed. All right, we'll wait to see what the flag is. We're looking. Now we'll see what they decide to do. Say third and goal from the 10, or do you back them up to the 16 or so and give them second down over? All right, so Coach Clancy will let the referee know here and wait for the signal. Illegal procedure and penalty declined. All right, so Panthers forego the 5-yard penalty. Instead, forced third down now from the 10. Third and goal to go here for the Tigers. Trying to get on the board. Panther defense trying to get things, keep that goose egg on the scoreboard. Dean split to the far side. Slot to the far side. Hennessy and D'Ambrosio at the bottom of your screen. Single setback is Wolski on third and goal from the 10. And they've got it, I think, pre-snap penalty or perhaps a timeout. Let's see. Timeout, Marple, Newtown. All right. Second timeout taken there by Coach Kicking, and the Tigers will take one with them. Be back in a moment. You're listening live to high school football on havenfootball.net.
Nagging soft tissue injury, chronic joint pain? Give Rose Tree Wellness Center a call and see Dr. Tom O'Brien for a complete diagnosis and treatment. Dr. O'Brien specializes in active release techniques, ART. ART can deal with many issues, including chronic shoulder, knee, and ankle pain. Rose Tree Wellness Center also offers a complete series of massage therapy as well as general chiropractic care. Don't spend another day in pain. Call 610-789-5555 and make an appointment today.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
It'll be third and goal when they snap the football here at George L. King Field. Panther defense trying to hold up, and Marple Newtown trying to cash in on a turnover that gave them the football at the Panther 41. Nice run on a quarterback draw from Sean Grogan. And Here we are now at the 10-yard line, 3rd and goal to go. See what the Tigers can drum up. Be interesting to see what the 3rd down play is here. See if they can get it to a spot where they feel good enough to go for it on 4th, or maybe bring the field goal unit on. Either way, trips to the near side at the bottom of your screen. Single setback is Brett Wolski. On 3rd down, under pressure and in some trouble is Grogan. They'll drop him shy of the line of scrimmage. Zach Milligan crashing in. Welcome back, 57. They'll move it back to the 12. Loss of a couple, and here comes your field goal team. Big stop there for the Panther defense.
Yeah, once that line tightened up and everybody moved closer into the center section, everything was just blocked.
Second sack of the season for Zach Milligan. And now the field goal team is on. Out of the hold of Cole D'Ambrosio. This will be a 27-yarder. Low line drive, long enough, and it is good. Kyan Chisnall from 27 yards out has the Tigers on the board. 9:14 to go here in quarter number 2. Panthers now looking to rebound when we come back on havenfootball.net.
Do you have slow-running drains? Are you thinking about selling your home or property? If so, go to scarpignotoplumbing.com and schedule a technician. They are the area's only small plumbing company to offer in-house trenchless sewer and water main repairs. They also offer sewer lateral certifications for the surrounding communities. From faucets to water heaters, they can handle all your plumbing needs. Give them a call at 484-832-5566.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. Kyan Chisnall has done a nice job punting the football and now has the Tigers on the board with a 27-yard field goal. He has it teed away, ready to kick it to Strath Haven for the first time tonight. Standing deep, Casey Hudson. Hudson on the back pedal, will field it 2 yards deep. There's a touchback from the Marple Newtown kicker. So nice work here in the kicking game for both teams. And the Panthers will start at their own 20-yard line with 9:14 to play with here in quarter number 2. Andrew, go ahead.
A couple of quick score update. Ruston and Downingtown West now tied at 13 with 8:15 to play in that first half. A couple of blocked extra points in that one.
Springford leading Methacton, Oxford and Unionville tied at 14. Had some good action here. Some tight games. North Penn looking to rebound. They lead CB East 14-0. The Knights with 2 early season losses, a little unusual. Here we go on first down. Give is to Yosef Ali. He's got some yardage off this left side. Tripped up from behind there by Jackson Park, but nice work from Ali to pick up 5.
You know, I like that play. Give it back to Ali after that fumble. Let him get his confidence back. Nice little game, too.
Ali has the Panthers' second touchdown of the night. Now up to 22 yards rushing on just 3 carries. Or 4, I guess, after the last one was fumbled. All right, here we go. T formation. Plunkett under center on 2nd and 5, and now you're going to get another pre-snap penalty. And once again, the 3rd offside penalty of the night for Marple Newtown. And, you know, that was well into the count. I didn't see if somebody flinched or if they're still just lining up in the neutral zone. But either way, it turns it into 2nd down and 1 after the penalty. All right, well, Marple Newtown shooting themselves in the foot here with penalties. It's been
4 penalties already for Marple.
3 of them lining up off sides. Tigers can get that cleaned up. Look out. T formation once again, 2nd down and 1. Give is to Mudrick. He has running room off that right side. Belted down at the 35-yard line, but gain of 6 on the play, and the senior fullback has moved the chains once again for the Panthers. Nice work by Mike Murray on the stop for the Panthers. He's a 3-year varsity contributor on that defensive line. He'll rotate in at offensive guard as well. Checking into the game now, Trip Drysdale. Big 77 off that right side there on the defensive line. And here you've got a timeout, I believe. Let's see. Timeout Marple Newtown, and that's their third and final timeout of the half already with 7:44 to play here in quarter number 2. So we'll take a short timeout. Be back in just a moment on havenfootball.net.
Benefits Group specializes in creating employee benefit packages which can maximize your company's ability to attract, retain, and award the best employees. We develop a strategy for your business to attract high-quality team members. It is critical to have benefits that are competitive in the marketplace. We develop a benefits package and retirement plan that helps you implement a complete benefit program and retirement solution. We help you implement a successful strategy that rewards your employees for their hard-earned time. Empower your employees with a comprehensive benefits solution from the Wharton Benefits Group. Call them at 484-328-3590.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, and you're listening to high school football right here at Haven Football.
We're back. Second quarter action. 7:44 to play here before halftime. Panthers with 4 cracks at it now. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line after Ryan Mudrick picked up a first down on his last carry. T formation once again behind Plunkett. Back and give is to Hudson on the sweep to that right side. He steps through a tackle, banged down at the 43-yard line. Gain of 8. Gain of 8 on the play. Hudson getting things going. Nice lead blocking over on that edge by Tyler Slaughter, even in that side of the line.
Nice run there by Hudson. He was tripped up, but he still got another few more yards. But it's an 8-yard gain. Nice run.
4 carries for 38 yards here for Hudson in the early going, including the Panthers' first touchdown. Give is to Mudrick. He'll bump his way near the 45, and I believe enough for a first down. Yep. Only needed a couple, only got a couple. But again, fresh set of downs here for the Panthers. Hudson checks out, Landon Barlow checks in for the Panthers. Jake Plunkett in just his second varsity start. Missed a big chunk of last year after a leg injury on kickoff coverage, but has bounced back nicely, and he's under center here with a wing tee behind him. Double wing this time. Motion man is Yosef Ali, looking for room, cuts it back, and Ali into the secondary, and booms his way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more for Yosef Ali. And the Panthers are humming right now on the offensive side of the ball.
Nice cut back there. He was going right, cut back into the center, found another opening, got 15 more yards.
126 yards for the Panther offense already. All of it on the ground.
Just 5 yards short of their game total from last week.
Yeah, last week was a different story. Down 4 starters on offense. Riley, tight end to the far side, 2nd and 5. Tripping on the handoff was Plunkett, and still banging his way forward is Yosef Ali. Good, tough 4 yards there. As met near the line of scrimmage, and still a little bit of leg drive down to the 36.
Yeah, what I like about Ali, and I've mentioned in previous games, when he hits the line there and falls forward, he gets 2 to 3 more yards after contact, and that just makes the sticks move up and down the field a lot quicker.
Just a junior. Wing to the near side, Landon Barlow, a fellow junior. On 2nd down, quick hitter to Ryan Mudrick on the trap play, and just as he got going, a beautiful tackle from Wolski, or else Mudrick may have gone the distance. Down to the 28 on the guard trap, and 8 more for Mudrick and another first down.
Yeah, he was 1 step away there. He just got tripped up at the 28. If that doesn't happen, he's probably in the end zone.
We'll mark it at the 27. Checking into the game, Philip Fingo, junior linebacker. And checking out for a breather is Sean Grogan. On 1st and 10, Barlow in motion. He takes a handoff, looking for room off the right side. Bangs through 1 tackle and leans down to about the 22. 5 more for Barlow. Jack Dean on the stop.
Nothing fancy about this. We're going to run off tackle, run off guard, just stop us.
Clock ticks, 4:37, 4:36, and counting to play here in a fast-moving second quarter. Panthers trying to answer a Marple Newtown field goal a few moments ago. Second down at about 5. Ryan Mudrick off the right side, pushes his way just inside the 20. And we'll turn it into third and about a yard or 2. See where they spot it. Call it 3rd and 2. As Mudrick goes for 3 more. 8 carries for 31 yards for Ryan, 33 yards for Ryan Mudrick. Just moving the sticks. Thunder and a lot of lightning at the wingback spots as well from Ali, Hudson, and Barlow. Give inside Mudrick a little more room this time on 3rd and short, and he pushes his way to first down yardage one more time. Good work by the left guard, Nick Faribault, and Chase Schuster leading the way down to the 16-yard line, and Mudrick has moved the chains yet again. Clock ticks. 3:30 and counting to go here in quarter number 2. The Panthers will receive the second half kickoff, so they'd love some points here, and then, of course, want to add to it. Tyler Slaughter, tight end to the near side. They shift wing to the left, Barlow. The give is to Barlow, sweep to that far side, gets a block from Faribault. Down the far sideline, and Barlow with speed into the end zone for a Panther touchdown from the 16. Landon Barlow's 10th touchdown of the season. Yet another clear pass, thanks to that offensive line.
Brian, Nick Faribault just buried his man. He just put him straight on the ground, and Barlow had nowhere to go but just straight up into the goal line.
Barlow punches it in from the 16. Matt Steyer on for the extra point now with 2:47 to go before the halftime gun. John Riley on a knee to put it down. Jackson Miller will snap it. Snap, spot, and Steyer 3 for 3. Panthers bounce back quickly after giving up the field goal. We'll see if Marple, what they can do with no timeouts remaining when we return on havenfootball.net.
Family Senior Home Care is owned by a Strath Haven family, the Glowackies. We provide in-home care assistance with all activities of daily living, personal care, transportation, mobility assistance, light housekeeping, and meal preparation. We also offer personal care, including hygiene, companion care, and medication reminders. Alzheimer's and dementia care, along with short-term respite care, are also available. Schedule your free consultation at 610-719-3223 or go to our website at secondfamily.com.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
2:47 to go here in quarter number 2. Strath Haven answers quickly. They've had the football in their possession 4 times, and aside from one uncontested fumble, they've put it in the end zone the other 3. 21-3, Panthers all over Marple Newtown here with 2:47 left to go before half. All right, now can Marple get something going in the kick return game perhaps? Steyer, line drive kick, angling towards Wolski, who will have his first crack at it, and right up the middle he goes. He is met there by Burke and Faribault. Wolski, good return, but he paid for it out of the 30-yard line, took a big hit. So, good field position here for Marple Newtown. Remember, they've burned all 3 timeouts, so see what they can put together here. Trailing 21-3, and do you decide to open it up here or keep it on the ground?
Brian, without any timeouts, 70 yards, 2 minutes. I don't know how you could score unless you put it in the air.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide here. Maybe get Wolski the football in the flat and see if he can make something happen if in the short passing game. Wolski on the left hip of Sean Grogan. Motion man is Jack Dean. They fake it to Dean. Grogan will keep it himself. Not much room this time. Barlow, Haley, Ali, a host of Panthers with a good read right there. And just a couple for Grogan out to the 32-yard line. Milligan in the mix as well. 2:21, 2:20 and counting to play before halftime. Panthers still have 2 timeouts themselves. It'll be interesting to see if you can get them to a second and long or third and long. The Panthers might even decide to burn a timeout.
Marple might be just glad to go in halftime with the score. They don't want to give up another 7 because they're certainly not in any hurry.
And milking the clock here and don't give Strath Haven any time, but still would love to see a big play here from the Tigers. If you're a Marple fan, juggled snap there by Grogan, but does well to pick it back up. Fires to the flat, incomplete. Looking for number 12, Jackson Park, on that far side, and the clock stops now with 1:47 to go in the second quarter, and Grogan 3 out of 6 for just 6 yards.
Just a little bit of a disjointed effort.
14.
Either you're going to go for it or you're not. And, there's a short pass, which makes sense, but of course it dropped. Sorry, my mic was not in front of my mouth. So, and for once in my life, it was hard to hear me.
I got you.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. 3rd and about 8 for Marple Newtown. Trying to move the sticks or more. Grogan in the gun, back to pass. Looking, has pressure, heavy pressure, steps away momentarily, keeps his footing beautifully, wiggles his way near first down yardage. He's going to be just shy thanks to Quinn Kell, but the Panthers were awfully close to getting a sack back there. 4th and 2, Marple Newtown may go for it here, look for the sneak. Grogan under center on 4th and 2, dives forward, first down, Marple Newtown. Big play right there, otherwise you're giving it back to the Panthers right there. So what a job by Sean Grogan on that 3rd down carry to pick up 8 and then dives for 3 more here.
You're down 21-3, and I understand going for it, but boy, if that been fumbled or if you had lost the ball, that would have been a disaster.
Well, if the Panthers had gotten the sack, you're probably getting the football back with 90 seconds left. Instead, Marple Newtown in business at their 42. Grogan dumps it underneath Dowalski on the middle screen. Steps away from 1 tackler, 2 tacklers. Boy, he's got good vision and balance. Down to the Panther 45. That'll stop the clock momentarily after a gain of 13, Dowalski. Just good, balanced running. His feet are underneath him all the time, choppy steps. And, man, he'll make you miss in all sorts of, or not much space, really. Clock ticks, 40 seconds, 39 seconds. Marple trying to get set. They weren't set, but no flag. Firing deep down the far sideline, incomplete. Just out of the hands, away from the hands of a diving Jack Dean on the far sideline. I'm not sure how Marple didn't get called for having 2 men in motion there. None of those receivers at the bottom of the screen were set, but Panthers dodge a bullet right there on the deep ball. 2nd and 10 after all of that. 33 seconds to go before halftime.
Marple's doing a great job moving the ball without timeouts.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Grogan at the center of it with that scramble on 3rd and 8 to give them a shot. 5 wide receivers now for Grogan. Back to pass on 2nd down. Steps up in the middle. Barlow's got him wrapped up at about the 43. Clock will tick. 26 seconds, 25 seconds. Marple has to hurry after Grogan picked up 7 more. 3rd down and about 3. Clock down to 15 seconds. Grogan looking, fires to the flat over there. It's caught in and out of the hands of Wolski. Nice work there by Yosef Ali closing fast. And now 4th and 2 with 11 seconds to go before halftime. No timeouts here for Marple. So interesting here. Do you take a shot for the end zone, or do you just try to pick up a first down, step out of bounds maybe?
Maybe. I would take a shot at the end zone and hope for the best. I mean, I think right now having 1 more play left after this, if you're lucky enough, would be pretty far back.
If you get the first down here, it doesn't matter. The clock will run out. So that first down means nothing here.
Unless you can step out of bounds. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Grogan back, fires to that flat, needing to get out of bounds as Dean does, and now they'll have a shot from just inside, well, I'd say at the 30-yard line. All right, so Dean's first catch of the night, goes for a few, just enough to move the chains and stop the clock with 5.9 seconds to go before halftime. Marple likely, barring a defensive penalty, realistically probably has 1 snap. So, what can they put together here? And now the officials talking things over. Was there a penalty? There maybe was a penalty here. All right. They have no timeouts. And Coach Clancy's waiting for from the 30. Not sure what the officials are discussing. But, all right. First down at the 30-yard line. Jack Deans with a 7-yard reception will give Marple a shot. He stepped out of bounds. All right. We're going to reset the game clock. Okay, we're waiting for an update here. And add a little time. 8.2 seconds. So this may actually give Marple a second chance here, but now Coach Gicking is on the field. Okay, all right. There we go. Marple got some extra time there on the clock and extra time to talk things over. 1st and 10 from the Haven 30-yard line. Grogan in the gun, 3 wide receivers to his right. Wolski on his hip, back to pass, fires, and is deflected. Batted down by Landon Barlow. And it'll still give the Tigers one more shot with 5.2 to go on the second quarter clock. All right, Grogan, 5 out of 11 for 33 yards, throwing it. Would love one more big completion somewhere near that painted end zone to our right. Barring a defensive penalty, very likely the final play of the first half. Tigers break the huddle with an empty backfield. Wolski in the slot to the far side. Dean up there with him, and now you've got a timeout. Must be Strath Haven as Marple out of timeouts, and defensive coach Brian Feely getting some instruction from Jim and Mike Connor. They will talk things over, and we'll keep it right here. So at halftime, we'll have some chatter from Andrew, Pete, Mike, whoever else wants to join. I don't know. Maybe Dave Spinaro wants to come up and chat again. Who knows? Todd Harrimans and Jason Avant, I saw down there signing autographs a moment ago. They're nearby. So Eagles high school football showdown night here in Wallingford. And if you are joining us, at kickoff or since, check out on the archive the broadcast. It was a lot of fun with some pregame festivities with the Eagles.
A couple of score updates. Second quarter, Springfield leads Harriton 41-0. Haverford on top of Lower Merion 35-13. Garnet Valley on top of Conestoga 14-3. And Newman Goretti leads Archbishop Carroll 7-0.
Okay, so we'll keep you posted at halftime with some score updates as well. Here, Strath Haven just trying to get off the field. John Riley and Derek Bradley in at safety near their 5-yard line, looking to bat things down perhaps if they throw to the end zone. Heavy pressure, doing well to get rid of it is Grogan, and with 1.9 seconds left, Marple will get another snap. Nick Faribault, heavy pressure, and will give Marple Newtown one more shot. I guess that's not intentional grounding. He was in the pocket, but threw it away, and now you're going to line up for a long field goal try from Kyan Chisnall. All right, here we go. Marple Newtown has a field goal to their credit already. Chisnall was good from 27. Now, can he hit it from 47? The hold will be Cole D'Ambrosio. Snap is a good one. Ball is spotted, kick is away, and it will be well shorter. And that will do it for half number 1. So Chisnall, 1 out of 2 kicking it. And the Panthers, 3 out of 4 on their offensive possessions. They lead it 21-3 here at halftime and will get the football to start that third quarter. So we'll be back in just a moment. We'll have halftime festivities, a whole lot of chatter and scores from around the Delaware Valley when we return on havenfootball.net.
Want to have your kids get involved in the fastest growing youth sport in America? Non-contact flag football is here in Wallingford at Fisher's Finest Flag Football. Boys and girls in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grades are eligible. Adult coaching for each team assures that each child is taught proper football techniques and skills. Get involved in flag football. Sign up for learning camps in spring 2026. Go to fishersfinest13.com for more information.
Hello everyone, I'm Ron Jaworski, former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, and you're listening to high school football right here on Haven Football.
Welcome back to George L. King Field, where at the half, The Strath Haven Panthers lead the Marple Newtown Tigers 21-3. We're getting ready for the Strath Haven Band's second performance of the evening. Take it away, Nick Pignataro.
Thank you so much, havenfootball.net, for covering us again and also this afternoon. We really appreciate you coming on a little bit early for us. Just waiting for the signal from the ref.
There'll be a small invoice sent.
Small, big, we'll cover it all for you. Prefer the small ones. No, but we really appreciate you. There's a lot of people at home that are watching because of you, so we appreciate it a lot.
And it's on archive in case they want to tune in later.
Yeah, tune in. We can tune in on YouTube and on your website, havenfootball.net. Is that right?
Absolutely. Anytime you want, 24/7.
There's a lot of people in the stadium tonight. The referee's just letting it clear out a bit. Good evening. Onto the field comes the 2025 Strath Haven High School Panther Marching Band. We're pushing the sounds of drive, energy, and liberation tonight as we play the music of Blackpink, Amy Winehouse, and Macklemore. The student leadership team is led by student director Sonia Blum, Tess Kelly, Katie Snyder, and Maisie Strachan. The drum majors are Casper Stockman, Eli Sorkis, and Josie Weiland. Stomping Marshall and Brassy, this electropop hit debuted as the highest song charting by a female K-pop group. This is the sound of Blackpink with Kill This Love. Teamed up with producer Mark Ronson with this Motown-inspired groove. We ask, why don't you come on over, Valerie? This tune hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. We put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. This is the sound of Ray Dalton and Macklemore. Strath Haven High School Panther Marching Band welcomes the Philadelphia Eagles and their drumline in tonight's performance. The Eagles drumline graciously spent time this afternoon with the Haven and Marple Newtown percussionists and now enter the field for Fly Eagles Fly and our fight song, Minnesota Rouser. Strath Haven High School marching band with the Eagles drumline. The band is under the direction of Assistant Band Director Mrs. Haley Lombard, Pit Director Mr. Richard Michael, and Drumline Instructor Mr. Christian Rudolph. Miss Valerie Schliga directs the band front and dance line with Silks Coach, Instructor Aria Boris, and dance team instructors Miss T.J. Ianello and Miss Rosie Ianello. This band is assisted by Miss Samantha McFarland and student teacher Miss Kathy Bachman. For the Panther Band, I'm Nick Pignataro. Have a great evening, and let's go Panthers!
The Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper has partnered up with HavenFootball.net. The Swarthmorean was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op, or go to swarthmorean.com for a mailed or digital subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
Hey fans, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you are listening to high school football right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. We're at the half. The Panthers lead the Marple Newtown Tigers 21-3. Pete, an excellent first half from the Panthers on the offensive side of the ball. A much better performance than they had last week, where they've already eclipsed their total yardage from last week in the first half, totaling 166 yards of offense in that first half, all on the ground, holding Marple to just 84 yards of total offense in this first half, and just the 28-yard field goal from the Marple kicker, Cayenne Chisnaw.
Yeah, Andrew, it's a different week for sure. Two different reasons. We're playing a different team, not quite as good as we played last week, and we have 4 starters back, and all that makes a difference. You have Barlow and Hudson and all, and the running game has been great. They haven't thrown the ball at all, but when you're moving a ball like this, you really don't have to. And the 3 points we did give up was a turnover by Ali. Gave Marple a short field, and they got close enough to get 3 points. But a 21-3 lead, getting the second half kickoffs for Haven would be a tough half for the Tigers coming up.
Yeah, and just an unforced error from Yosef Ali, bobbled the handoff and put it on the turf. Marple jumps on the ball and recovers it, and then the Strath Haven defense stood strong, only allowing a couple of yards on that drive.
Yeah, they stood strong, and once Marple got inside the 15, they really tightened up. Because a lot of times you can tighten up because the D-backs, the linebackers all play closer to the line. So those runs that were going up the middle and successful are not now because of all the traffic in front of you. And that's what happened. They held the ball, they stopped them. And, they did get a field goal out of that series, but they kept them to 3 points. Therefore, we have the 21-3 lead, and Haven gets the second half kickoffs. So things are looking up for the Panthers tonight.
Yeah, it's been an excellent performance from this Panthers offense. For the first time, they turned the ball over this season. Mike, what have your thoughts been on this first half?
Yeah, it's been a good game for the Panthers, no doubt about it. Let me put the stats up for everybody and take a look at it. It's pretty much what you would expect. I was a little surprised by time possession. Haven's just up by a minute over Marple Newtown. But first downs are what you would expect, 12-5. Panthers have that 1 turnover, 166 rushing yards for the Panthers versus 51 for Marple Newtown. Of course, Marple Newtown has 33 passing yards to Haven 0, but it's still 166-84. So, you would look at a 21-3 score and expect that to happen. Matter of fact, I don't think I would be shocked if it was 21-10 or 21-7.
You know what else, Mike? It doesn't show up on the scoreboard there with their stats is the 4 penalties. That in that first quarter, every time they were moving the ball, they were lining up off sides or jumping off sides, but the ball kept coming back, and it just disrupted and disturbed all their drives, and that had a big effect on the first quarter.
Oh, there's no doubt, and I think that the fumble definitely gave Marple Newtown some momentum, but they were only able to capture the 3 points. So Haven comes off of an excellent defensive battle last week, which they lost, but it was an excellent defensive effort. And now they're showing up again where they're going to, unless something surprising happens in the second half, maybe Marple will be able to score again and get 10 points. I don't know, but Haven's going to definitely score, I think, once or twice, if not more often. We'll see. A lot depends now. The teams are getting their sea legs. This is the 6th game. So I don't know that we're going to just outperform everybody in the second half like we have in the past. It's possible. We'll see how we do. We certainly have fresh legs as we play this game.
And you know what else? This offense, they commit very few penalties. With all the handing off and running this way, that way, and reverses and all that stuff going on, you would think maybe a couple more fumbles would happen. But they've been excellent all year. That Ali fumble, I think, was the first one, if I'm not mistaken. And the whole team, as long as you don't turn the ball over, you're going to win most games.
Right, and if Marple feels the need to go to the air to try to score some points quickly, that's going to set them up for potential disaster. We've already seen a couple of almost interceptions. So.
And we've also seen the pass rush almost get home a couple of times, but a nice job from Marple's quarterback, Sean Grogan, to avoid a couple of sacks and turn those into positive gains.
Well, it's going to be an interesting second half. Of course, Haven gets the ball, and I would say if Haven marches the field, takes 5 to 7 minutes off the clock, this is going to be a very tough game for Haven to be able to come back, for Marple Newtown to be able to come back from. That's for sure.
Yeah, we know that it's going to be run the ball, run the clock.
Yep, no doubt about it. Should you go to commercial break and then come back and let Brian take over?
Yeah.
Let me see if I got one set up for us. Yes, I do. All right, we'll be back in just a minute or so with Haven leading 21-3 over Marple.
The Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper has partnered up with havenfootball.net. The Swarthmorean was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op, or go to swarthmorean.com for a mailed or digital subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
Hey fans, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you are listening to high school football right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. Thank you once again for our favorite part of the night with the marching band on the field. Just tremendous performance. They get better every single week. And again, thanks to Pete, Mike, and Andrew for the halftime chatter. One quick update we failed to mention in our extra busy pregame. We will be back on the air tomorrow morning for a 10 o'clock kickoff for the JV Panthers and Tigers up at Marple Newtown. So thanks to Jim Alsman for helping facilitate some of that, and head coach Chris Kicking as well. We'll have space in the booth up there and be able to broadcast our one JV broadcast that we like to do each year. So that'll be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. For a kickoff with Marple Newtown and Strath Haven.
All right. And who do we talk to about getting these games moved to a more civil time?
That's perfect. That's like midday for me.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. I'll be up
I gotta
4
get
hours
up
before that.
I got to be there at 8:30 probably. All right, anyway, go ahead with your updates.
All right, here we go. Quick score updates, rapid fire here around District 1 and District 12. Here's our latest updates. Academy Park 6, Great Valley nothing. So Academy Park looking to go to 4-2 if they can hang on there. North Penn looking to rebound after the loss to Penridge last week. They are crushing Central Bucks East 21-0 at half. Coatesville 14, Avon Grove 6. Red Raiders trying to stay undefeated if they can hang on there. Downingtown East all over Westchester East, 23-0. Garnet Valley starting to open up a lead on Conestoga, 21-3 now in the third quarter. Running clock over in Springfield. Springfield all over Harriton, 48-0. That's in the third quarter. Haverford and Lower Merion a little closer than expected. Lower Merion's offense getting things going, 35-19. Haverford has to keep scoring, I guess, as Lower Merion has 3 touchdowns on the board. Unionville and Oxford. We thought that would be a great game out in Chester County, and it's living up to the billing. They're tied at 21 at half. Perk Valley trailing Boyertown at half. That'll open some eyes there. 7-3 Boyertown at half. Springford all over Methacton, staying up in the Pac-10, 20-0. Back in southern Chester County, Kennett 31, Sun Valley 7 at halftime. Back to the Pac-10, undefeated Pope John Paul leading Upper Perk 7-6. And then back in Chester County, Bishop Shanahan trying to go to 5-1. They lead Westchester Henderson 28-7, and Ruston and Downingtown West tied at 13 at halftime. In the Catholic League Game of the Week, Roman leading LaSalle 27-21 in a shootout. That's at halftime. Malvern all over Gonzaga, or up on Gonzaga 17-7. Bonner went final 22-10 over O'Hara earlier today, and Newman Goretti leading Archbishop Carroll 15-0. All right, here 21-3 Strath Haven, and ready to get the football to start third quarter action. Kyan Chisnall 1 for 2 on field goal attempts in that first half. Had a touchback on his only kickoff attempt, and he'll let it fly again. Bradley, Starr, and Hudson await. High end over end kick. Hudson will have a chance to return it from the 5-yard line, looking for running room. Gets a wedge and a head of steam and is tripped up nicely by 23 Jacob Maeda at about the 27, maybe 28-yard line. See where they put it down, and good return there for Casey Hudson. Give him 24 on the return, and the Panthers start 1st and 10 at their own 29 in half number 2 here. Be interesting to see if the Panthers attempt to pass here, even one, just for the sake of trying it, but not suggesting it happens here on first down, but they break the huddle with two tight ends, Slaughter to the near side, and Riley to the far side. Double wing, motion man is Hudson. They give it to Casey Hudson. He's met in the backfield. Nicely done there by the Marple defense. It's blown dead, but Jack Dean is going to get the stop there at about the 30. So gain of a yard. Good work by Hudson to even get that on his 5th carry of the evening.
Yeah, there was no running room at all there for Hudson. The line was tight in the middle there, and yeah, he just to get 1 yard. I guess you could say that was all he could get.
It wasn't the cleanest handoff at that moment either. It seemed to juggle that slightly. At any rate, 2nd down and 9. T formation this time. And Plunkett give on a quick hitter. This is Mudrick into the secondary and pulling away. Mudrick in a foot race. Dean will catch him, but not before he picks up the 36-yard line of Marple Newtown. What a run by Mudrick on guard trap, and the Panthers in business now. Back into Marple Newtown territory, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Mudrick, we know he can run power, but we also have seen there on a few plays his speed. He did get caught, but he's got some great speed when he gets going, and he gained 30-some yards.
34 to be exact, and the Panthers now in business, 1st and 10 at the 36. Gives to Hudson one more time, looking for room, follows a block, cuts it back, and Hudson keeps his footing, pulling away. Hudson, they're ripping at the football, but Hudson hangs on and drags tacklers down to the 11. 25 more for Casey Hudson. Nice work there by 55, Dom DeLuzio, to track him down. DeLuzio trying to rip that ball out.
And there's Nick Farball trying to block multiple men as the play goes downfield. He's having an excellent game, Nick is. He's making some key blocks on the edges.
Casey Hudson, 64 yards on his 6 carries now. Here on 1st down, Panthers get a couple just inside the 10 there. Short gain. Brings up 2nd down and about 8. I think they'll put it down on the 9. Mudrick picks up, call it 2 or 3 maybe. 2nd down and 7 for the Panthers on the opening drive of this second half. Clock ticks, 9:35 and counting to go in the 3rd. Mudrick is your fullback. Motion man is Ali. They give it to Ali off the left side, and nice work by DeLuzio hanging on right there. Good job by the senior. Also a guy who's spent a couple of years in that starting lineup, playing both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that side of the defensive line collapsed real quickly on Ali for this stop. Excellent play by the defenders of the Marple Newtown Tigers.
Bring up 3rd down and maybe 5 or so, 6 maybe. Put it down at the 7-yard line. Panthers not in the mood for a field goal here, but need some positive yardage to make that work here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, give inside. This is Barlow, who steps his way across the 5 and will be awfully close to 1st down yardage. We'll see. Another stop for Dom DeLuzio. They'll put him down at the 4, and it's going to be 4th and about 1.5 yards here. So Barlow, his first carry of the half, and now Panthers 4th and 2 from the 4.
They're going for it.
There we go. They're going for it indeed.
Yep.
Panthers got it done on 4th down earlier tonight. 1 for 1 tonight, 2 for 8 on the season. They will not get it this time. What a job crashing through Marple Newtown. Big play. We'll have to check the replay. Was that Murray crashing through there? He had
12 and 50 on the stop.
Yeah, Murray and Park, and that first contact there by 12, Jackson Park, came through unblocked. Beautiful job by the Marple defense, and the Panthers missed their chance in the red zone for just the 2nd time this season. Barlow dropped for a loss on the play. Now can the defense hold things in check down here? This is the exact spot on the field where last week Wolski on a stretch play to the right went 94 yards. They give it to Wolski coming off the short side of the field this time, and he cuts it back into the secondary, out near the 15, and just shy of first down yardage. Wolski picks up 9, and the Panthers need a little wake-up call perhaps here coming out of the halftime locker room. Wolski held to just 13 yards rushing in the first half, picks up 9 out to the 15 on his first carry of the night here in the first carry of the third quarter. I formation. Wolski dots the I on 2nd down and 1. They give it to him, and up the middle he goes. He won't get much, but enough to move the chains, I believe. If they give him the 16, that'll move it forward, and give him 2 and another first down here in a little breathing room for the orange and black.
That stop by Marple was, they had to do that. If the Panthers go in and make it 28-3, this game is virtually over.
Yeah.
Now, it's still a tough game, but 21-3, now you're moving the ball. You know, you got some kind of a momentum and a chance.
Here we go. Panther defense on its heels just a bit after giving up a pair of first downs, and Grogan in the shotgun. Park the H-back to this near side. Toss, no, they fake the toss, and Grogan now looking for room. Weaves his way through the line into the secondary and out near the 24-yard line. Faribault tracks him down for another stop, but gain of maybe 7 or 8 for Grogan, who is the leading rusher for Marple Newtown with 38 first-half yards, and give him about 7 or 8 more, I guess, right there. And 2nd down and call it a long 2. Jack Dean, split to the bottom of your screen. I formation for Grogan. And it's Wolski. Stretch play to this near side on the cutback. Weaves his way to first down yardage to the 30. Takes a heavy hit right there, but no worse for the wear. Jackson Miller and Quinn Kell in the mix for the stop out to the 30.
Excellent run there. That cutback move that he has always gets him a couple extra yards. Excellent run.
Gain of 5 more for Wolski, who's up to 29 yards rushing. And Jackson Miller on the stop. First down and 10 from the 30. Grogan to Wolski looking for room, and not much this time. He'll stretch it forward for a yard or 2, but nice work there by the middle of the Panther defense. And call it a gain of 2 after Yosef Ali has the stop. 2nd down and 8. Well, for all of the yardage that Marple's picking up here, they are shrinking this clock pretty quickly. We're already more than halfway through this third quarter. 5:05 and counting to play here as Grogan lines up for a shotgun snap. Dean in motion on 2nd and 8. Jet sweep, the flag on the play. This is probably coming back. Looks like it's illegal motion pre-snap here, or as it was snapped. So I think this is going to go backwards here as Dean's 4-yard run will be wiped out by another illegal motion penalty. Marple Newtown's really had a hard time tonight. That'll be their 5th penalty of the night. And 2nd down and 13 instead of 2nd and about 4.
You know, Brian, they are moving the ball, but the clock's against them. You can't score 3 times doing it this way unless you have a breakaway.
Well, Marple trying to put some things together here, keep the Strath Haven offense on the sideline. They're doing just that here in the third quarter so far. 2nd and 13. Sean Grogan, the senior, takes the snap. Looking over the middle, shallow cross, batted down. Jackson Miller got his hand on it as shallow cross to Dean. They've looked for that a couple of times tonight. This time Jackson Miller swats it away. 3rd and 13 is where we sit. 4:23 to go here in the third. Clock stops. And Coach Kicking and the Tiger offense trying to get something going. See if the Panthers can get a pass rush here. Barlow and Faribault, maybe a chance to tee off here on the edge. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. They roll that way. Grogan under heavy pressure, steps away from it, and they will get him anyway. Paul Oblick swallows him up back inside the 20-yard line. Good pressure from the edges, stepped up into the middle, and Oblick and Milligan there waiting for him. Good work there by Milligan to forcing him forward, and Oblick on the cleanup. Another sack and a loss of 9 on the play for Grogan.
Yeah, that line's not giving him any time to throw. Great pressure.
On to punt it away, Kyan Chisnall. Casey Hudson and Quinn Kell await near midfield. High snap and good job by Chisnall to track it down again. High spiral angling towards Kell, but he'll step away from it, and good Marple Newtown roll to the Panther 44-yard line. So good field position for Strath Haven. Their only drive of this third quarter, stalled inside the 5 on 4th and short, but a chance to stretch the lead further here with 3:31 to go in this third. Try to keep you posted if we have any score changes around District 1.
Score change we're looking for is in this game. We're expecting Haven to score again.
Well, they were about 3 yards from doing just that on their last possession, but came up short on 4th down. Upper Perk leading undefeated Pope John Paul 9-7. Here, 1st and 10, motion for Ali. Tossed to that far side, juggled by Barlow. Panthers have hurt themselves with a second fumble. It is still loose. Let's see here. Scramble for it, and Marple Newtown is on it inside the 30-yard line, and the Panthers with, what do we got here? Whistles. Okay, all right, yeah, it's Marple Newtown football. Didn't see who had the recovery there, but what a job by the Tigers here, trying to take advantage of some Strath Haven mistakes. Couple of fumbles in the backfield tonight, unforced errors. And, hey, still some cleanup to be done here for the Silver and Black.
Yeah, this is unusual for the Panthers. They've had a pretty good season with turnovers. I don't think they've had any hardly. But tonight they got 2 very costly ones.
2 fumbles tonight. Both of them sort of the unforced variety. And now Marple Newtown, their only points of the night came on a short field when they recovered a fumble at the 41. Now they're set up at the 29-yard line with some momentum. 3 wide receivers, H-back to the far side is Park. Motion man, they play fake and give to Wolski with room up the middle. Speed into the secondary, 1st down and more. LaFrance and Kell finally corral him at the 5-yard line, and best run of the night there for Wolski, a gain of about 25. Well, they've kept the horse in the barn for most of the evening, and that time eyes went on the jet sweep action. Instead, they put it in the belly of their best player, and now 1st and goal to go from the 5, Marple in business. Clock stopped at 3:11 to go here, 3:10. All right, sorry, it's winding now. All right, Wolski, stretch play to that right side, cuts it back, and he's wrapped up quickly. Second effort maybe gets him back a yard or so. Call it a gain of 1. Nice work there by Hudson and Ali on the stop. Wolski, 12 carries for 56 yards. Clock ticks. 2:42 rather. And counting to go here in the third quarter. Marple Newtown knocking on the door here. 2nd and goal from the 4. Hennessy, split to the bottom of your screen. Stretch play to Wolski to this near side. Trying to get some speed and has it in for the touchdown. Brett Wolski found the edge off this left side. Panthers got hooked over there, and Wolski, a clear path to the end zone for the 9th rushing touchdown of the season. 2:20 to go here, and the Panthers have paid for both turnovers. Marple Newtown trying to make this a 21-10 game.
Yeah, the Haven Panthers have given the Tigers chances to get it back in, and they're getting back in. They better tighten it up when they get possession.
Kyan Chisnall on for his first extra point try of the night. Ball spotted, kick is away, plenty long enough, and good. Marple Newtown cashing in on Panther mistakes. We'll be back in just a moment on havenfootball.net.
Welcome to Allstate, where everyone saves when they bundle their home and auto insurance. Isn't that right, Frank?
I saved 25%. Booyah.
You protected your casa?
Sure did.
And the Frank tank?
You know it.
And now you're relaxing.
I'm working from home.
Sure you are. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate.
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on Haven Football.
Short field and more points for the Tigers. Strath Haven leading now 21-10 after Brett Walski's 4-yard touchdown run, his 9th of the season. Got loose on a 25-yard run to set them up and takes it in for the final 5 on his next 2 carries. 2:20 to go here in quarter number 3. This one far from over if the Panthers can't take care of the football for the next quarter and a half. High end-over-end kick, and this will be Jalen Starr. Grabs it, but in the end zone. Second touchback of the night for Kyan Chisnall. Nice job by the senior wearing number 19. So the Panthers' return game hasn't had a chance to get going much either, with 2 out of 3 kickoffs landing in the end zone. And now an 80-yard field in front of them. Can the Panthers take care of the football?
What they got to do is take care of the football. If they turn it over or have to give it over on downs, and Marple's going to feel like, wow, we got a shot here. So this is a very important drive.
Shades of 2023, perhaps, where the Panthers had a comfortable halftime lead and then did next to nothing in the second half. And it was a walk-off field goal win for Marple a couple years ago. Panthers trying to avoid that same fate here. Give inside. Sean Grogan meets Ryan Mudrick in the hole there after a short gain out to the 23. So Mudrick, 3 more yards there on his 12th carry of the evening. He's leading the way here with 74 yards rushing. Panthers, 3 different touchdown scorers in that first half. Hudson, Ali, and Barlow. And now, just trying to keep the sticks moving in the positive direction here. 21-10 here. Panthers leading, but feels a little less comfortable. Give inside Mudrick, right up the middle. He'll bang his way across the 25. And the senior out to the 27, sets up 3rd down and 3. So, you know, at some point, once in a while, it just feels like you have to ride your seniors, right? This might be one of those nights. There have been some mistakes, and your senior fullback just plugging away. Nothing spectacular from Mudrick tonight, but he's moving the ball, moving the chains.
I don't think I want to call any more pitch plays.
Well, it was just the one that ended up on the turf a moment ago. Here, Mudrick's your fullback on 3rd and 3. Park showing blitz. He's thinking about coming again. Give is to Mudrick off the left side. He dives forward, 1st down yardage to the 31. Great job by the left side that time. Oblek.
That's a big 1st down. That'll get us into the 4th quarter with a 1st down and a long field still, but time to run the clock. Great 1st down by Mudrick.
Oblek and Haley leading the way off the left edge there. 4 more yards for Mudrick. He's up to 84 on the evening. 33 seconds and counting to play in quarter number 3. Sweep to this near side. Leading the way is Faribault, and nice pursuit that time by Sean Grogan to wrap up Casey Hudson on the sweep. So, gain of about 3 or so. Clock continuing to run. So, 2nd down and 7 upcoming. My guess is Coach Clancy says, stay right here. Let's talk things over. Switch sides of the field and get our act together for the 4th quarter. So, after a sloppy 3rd quarter here for the Panthers, they still lead at 21-10, and they'll have the football when we return for quarter number 4 on havenfootball.net.
Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at Haven Football.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. We're ready to start the fourth quarter. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play. Joined by Pete Fulgenetti, Mike Mayer, Andrew Kaufman, and terrific work from the cameramen as always. Mike Clancy upstairs and Dean Michelson downstairs. So thanks for joining us live or on the archive. And always a battle with Marple. You know, once in a while you get a year where one team is, you know, dominant. But this year's Central League, it seems like it's anybody's game on any given night, and make some mistakes and you've suddenly got a tight one here. Panthers look to be in full control, but Marple with some momentum now, trying to slow the Panthers down on 2nd down and 8. They'll snap it from their own 32. Plunkett under center. This is Mudrick, the fullback, bounces back to the right and drives the pile out to the 39-yard line. Just ducks his way for about 5 when it didn't look like there was much there. Greg Scott rides him down.
I think he carried 4 guys on his back the last 4 yards. I mean, there's a great power run there.
And that's exhausting for the defense to take on a guy like that and just drag along. It takes 2, 3, 4, 5 guys to get him down. It's just at the end of the game, it's very difficult to keep doing that.
3rd and about 3 here for Strath Haven. 9-10 in the box now for Marple Newtown. They look to run wide. This is Ali, bangs his way forward, pushes the pile, and Joseph Ali pushes to the 45-yard line. 1st down yardage for the Panthers. That's a good, tough run from Ali, who rarely goes down on first contact.
Yeah, we've been saying that all year. Ali doesn't go down right away. When you hit him, he's going to get 3 more yards, and that's all you need for that 1st down.
Ali picks up 6 and moves the chains again. Very methodical here from Strath Haven tonight. They have yet to put it in the air. Double wing this time on 1st down. They give it to Ali, looking for room off the near side again. Cuts upfield, lowers the shoulder, and out to the 47-yard line he goes. Gain of about 2 as Wolski and Mike Murray combine on the stop. This is a senior-laden lineup for Coach Gicking and the Tigers. Looking at 8 or 9 seniors on this defense. They're going to miss a lot of these guys next year. But trying to hold down the fort here on
Haven
2nd
has
and 8.
a junior-laden offense.
Yes, true. 2 tight end set. Quick hitter to Mudrick into the secondary with speed. Ryan Mudrick carrying tacklers inside the 30-yard line. Mudrick explodes for 23 and a 1st down.
Great run. Just power running up the middle, dragging people. You can see the Tigers now just a little bit slower, a little bit tireder, and it's starting to show with those runs.
16 carries, 112 yards now for the senior fullback. It's a Ryan Mudrick kind of night here so far. 1st and 10 from the 30. Panthers give to Ali off the left side, cuts it back, and he'll drag tacklers to 1st down yardage. Down to the 14-yard line, 16 more for Joseph Ali. Good work right there, and big stop there from Gideon Quanning to save the touchdown.
Yeah, that defensive line there for the Tigers has got their hands on their hips. They're feeling it.
65 yards rushing now for Ali, 66 for Hudson. Barlow with 37 and 112 for Mudrick. It's Ali one more time, cuts it back, has some room, and he met Grogan nose to nose in the hole there and drove him backwards. They'll put it down at the 9-yard line. 5 more for number 4. 8:55 and counting to play here in regulation. Strath Haven leading 21-10 and looking for more. If you're joining us a little bit late for this second half, Strath Haven marched down inside the 5-yard line, and a big stop by Jackson Park on 4th and short kept them out of the end zone. Mudrick one more time into the secondary this time, and he's awfully close and down inside. Oh no, touchdown is your signal. Ryan Mudrick bangs it in from the 9. His first score of the evening, and well-deserved, young man. 121 yards rushing for the senior, and he takes it in for a Panther score with 8:22 to go here in regulation.
Mudrick saw that goal line, Brian, and he said, there's no way I'm going to stop short of that line, and he made it all the way in.
Well, we can all breathe a little easier now.
Matt Steyer on for the extra point. Riley to hold. Miller with a good snap. Kick is away, and good. Matt Steyer 4 for 4, and the Panthers crack the scoreboard here for the first time in the second half. They lead at 28-10. Marple to get it back when we return on havenfootball.net.
Alumni and Friends Supporting Kids is a fiscal partner of the Foundation for Wallingford Swarthmore Schools. Ask strives to bridge the gaps in access to educational resources so that WSSD students have a holistic school experience. Ask helps students K-12 with items, services, and resources to support and enhance their educational experience with a focus on academic, artistic, athletic, and social enrichment. Ask scholarship forms are available on the WSSD website as well as through the school counseling department.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ron Jaworski, former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, and you're listening to high school football right here on Haven Football.
Ryan Mudrick, 17 carries, 121 yards, and his first touchdown of the evening. Cashes in from the 9-yard line, and his visit to the end zone for the fourth time this season has stretched the Panther lead back to 18. 28-10 now. Marple Newtown with a steep hill to climb. It's 8:22 to go here in regulation. Matt Steyer has it ready to go. Shorter end over end kickoff as will come down to Jack Dean at about the 12-yard line. Panther coverage, a little breakdown there, and nice work by Dean cutting it back out to the 37-yard line. Good work there by the senior. Setting up the Tigers with good field position. Quinn Kell making the stop. All right, so long way to go here before anybody can feel too comfortable. But Marple Newtown had a nice scoring, had a nice drive going, still had to punt it away, but then Strath Haven's fumble set them up on the short field on their last possession where they cashed in from the 30. Here, longer way to go, but still a lot of time and some hope here for Marple Newtown. Two receivers to either side. Grogan with Wolski next to him in the backfield. Motion man is Jack Dean. They fake there. It'll be Grogan keeping himself off the left side. Panthers swarm quickly, and he'll be fortunate to get the line of scrimmage from there. Nice work by Quinn Kell and friends on the stop. Nick Faribault once again in the mix. Faribault has been absolutely phenomenal. Was terrific last week in the loss to Haverford. And now no huddle here for Marple Newtown, 2nd down and 10. Grogan back, looking, little middle screen, swatted down for the second time tonight. Jackson Miller gets a paw on it. Great work there by Miller to get his second pass defense of the evening, and 3rd down and 10 is where we sit.
Yeah, those short passes over the middle have been deflected constantly, but I like to give Nick Faribault an excellent game he's playing. And he's just not playing defense. He's making blocks on offense. He's playing almost every play, and he's excellent. Just a great game by Nick Faribault.
3rd and 10. A little breathing room here now for Marple Newtown. They went hurry up on the last snap, but with the clock stopped here, they'll get in the huddle. Watch for your trick play here. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Motion man is Wolski. They're thinking about a fake there. Back to pass Grogan. He steps up. He's firing down the seam. It goes. It is swatted away by Grayson LaFrance. They were thinking about it, or it faked the idea of Wolski well in the backfield there. Maybe setting up for a trick play, but instead went with a skinny post the other way. Grayson LaFrance up to the task, swats it down.
Yeah, Grayson LaFrance, absolutely great coverage there. He's our top corner on this team, and he plays like
another 3-year starter. He's been awfully good for his senior season so far. Kyan Chisnall ready to punt it away again. Booms one. This will be Kell signaling fair catch. Signals, makes the grab, at the Panther 29. And now 7:23 to go here in regulation. And, well, we may get through the evening without a single pass attempt if we had to, just from a game strategy standpoint. Be interesting to see.
Well, considering how our what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
The ones we fumbled on.
Well, we fumbled twice, without being contacted. So here we go. We'll just
I'll let you think about.
We'll let you think about it. Either way, my guess is it's a heavy dose of runs and passes, or runs and halfback, fullback stuff here. Landon Barlow into the game now at halfback, and give is to Yosef Ali. He squirts his way across the 35, out near the 36. Gain of about 6 or so. He spotted out at the 36, the second down and 4 for Ali.
I wanted to say the pitch play, which is the reverse pass. So I said we've done enough of those. Let's not worry about it.
Yeah, fullback toss is typically a pretty safe call here for the Panthers. Didn't work out on the one try tonight. Barlow in the backfield with Mudrick. Now he shifts to a wing. Wing to either side here. And it's Barlow looking for room off the right side, trying to get the edge. Can't have it. Nice work right there, and losing him maybe a yard over there. Didn't see who that was on the stop. Is that Dean? Dean on the stop from coming up from the secondary and making a nice play in the open field. Put it back at the 34-yard line, turns it to 3rd down and 6.
The best part of that play, Brian, was he stayed in bounds,
yes,
and the clock is running.
Clock continuing to shrink. 6:14, 6:13. Plunkett in no particular hurry, jogging in the play from the sideline. So Barlow, with his last 2 carries, have gone for negative yardage. Here, 3rd down and about 6. Give on the sweep to this near side. Ali cuts inside and has room. Look out. Foot race now. Gets a block from Haley. And a good cut back at the 30. Ridden down from behind. Excellent hustle from Greg Scott to track him down. Haley wiping guys out on the near side. And a terrific run from Yosef Ali. All the way down to the Marple 26-yard line.
Great run, but you have to give number 51 of the Tigers excellent to chase them all the way downfield and make the play.
Gain of 40 for Yosef Ali. He's over the century mark, rushing it now. 116 yards for Yosef Ali. Ali in the backfield. They shift now. Derek Bradley in the game at halfback. They give it to Bradley, looking for room, and he has speed inside. Slips through one tackle, takes a big hit to the 21-yard line. So Bradley shifts his way for 5 on his first carry of the evening. Plunkett brings in the play as the Panthers ready to snap from the 21. 4:51 and counting to go here in regulation. Trip Drysdale hustles in on the defensive line here for Marple Newtown. Bradley wing to the near side. Ali has some room off this left side again. There's a flag on the play. Ali is cut down as he picks up first down yardage, but we will check the flag here and see what's coming. Let's see here. Keep an eye on this, but Panthers look like they're walking backwards. This is typically in the neighborhood of holding when they call these, or when they throw a flag in that spot, and indeed it is, and it's at the line of scrimmage there. So we'll turn this back into 2nd down and about 15 or 16 when they put it down. All right. Panthers need the 16-yard line, and will turn it into 2nd and 16 right here. 2 tight ends, Riley to the far side, Haley to the near side. Wing to the left is Casey Hudson. 9 in the box, give is to Ali, looking for room. He still bangs his way across the 30 and back near the original line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Ali just bounces off guys and gets those extra yards. Very tricky runner.
14 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown for Yosef Ali tonight. He's been terrific. Clock continuing to melt here on Marple Newtown. 3:50 and counting to go here. 3rd and 10. Plunkett from the 25 shifts Ali as a wing to the far side. Quick hitter to Mudrick, and he is met in the hole. Nicely done. Good read there by Drysdale and friends to slow things down quickly. So gain of just a couple. 4th and about 7. You are right on the edge of field goal range here. You'd be looking at about a 40-yard field goal. Coach Clancy may just decide to run the clock down and take a timeout here. My guess is he'll stay right here. They'll talk over whether they kick a field goal or maybe
I think Brian will just go for it, and if they don't get a turnover, downs really doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I mean it's a 3-score game at this point, so you don't want a disaster on a field goal or run back or anything like that. But in the meantime, the clock stops there with 2:55 to go. First timeout for Strath Haven, and with 4th and medium coming up, we'll take a short timeout with them. Be back in 30 seconds. Stick with us. You're listening live to high school football on havenfootball.net.
Looking for pre-K childcare with an emphasis on learning? Ducklings Early Learning Center is available for children 6 weeks to 5 years old within 1 block of Nether Providence Elementary School on Moore Road in Wallingford. At Ducklings, our college-educated teachers create a safe, nurturing, educational environment in our beautiful facility. Call Ducklings today for an appointment at 610-936-9400.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. Strath Haven leading comfortably 28-10 with 2:55 to play, and will forego a 41-yard field goal try, and instead on 4th and 8 line up to go for it. Hudson and Ali in the backfield. Hudson in motion, back to pass for the first time tonight. They fire, the tight end is out there, and it is caught for a touchdown by John Riley. First pass of the night, Plunkett right on the money, and the first receiving touchdown of the career of John Riley. What a delivery from Plunkett. And the Panthers with the exclamation point with 2:48 to go.
Well, Brian, you can't say they didn't pass tonight. 1 pass, 1 touchdown. Excellent pass there. It was right on the money.
Beautiful route there by Riley. He was open by a step and a big target at 6'5". He'll catch his breath and take a knee at the 10 here for an extra point try. 34-10, extra point pending here as the Panthers cash in on 4th down and 8. A 24-yard scoring strike, and the kick is blocked. Oh, the Panthers had a breakdown up front, and Steyer for the first time this year has an extra point go awry. All right, we'll take a short timeout. Be back in 30 seconds. Marple Newtown will get the ball back, but it's all Panthers from here on out.
For your dream home, with over a decade of experience, Jess Mudrick knows the market inside and out. Known for her dedication and personalized service, Jess ensures every client finds their perfect match, from first-time buyers to luxury estates. A partner at the Sheridan Mudrick team and backed by Coldwell Banker Realty, Jess combines expertise with innovation, using the latest technology to make your buying or selling process seamless. For a real estate experience that's second to none, trust Jess Mudrick and the Sheridan Mudrick team. Visit SheridanMudrick.com today.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back. Strath Haven. Cash in on 4th and 8. And Jake Plunkett's first varsity touchdown pass lands on the belly of John Riley. Short kickoff to follow at the 20-yard line, but Quinn Kell, quick coverage down there, will stop the return man shy of the 30. And now the result is academic, but the Panthers defense wants another stop and end on a good note here, as 34-10 is where we stand, as the Panthers looking to rebound from last week's defeat to Haverford and now coming into a stretch of their schedule where they would be, I would say, heavily favored over the next couple of weeks, but as we've heard for years now, one game at a time, 1 week at a time. You never really know.
You know, Brian, that last play, that long pass for a touchdown, that's a play you might want to put right in the back of your memory, because when we get into the late season and a tight game, that might be a good play to surprise somebody.
All right, here we go. Split receivers and two more in the slot to the right here. And now they go empty backfield, shifting Wolski, slot to the left. Back to pass is Grogan on 1st and 10, looking, zips one down the seam. It is juggled and caught. Good job hanging on to that one by number 18, Jack Hogan. Beautiful job there by Hogan hanging on. And out to the 47-yard line. Marple Newtown with a little bit of breathing room here. Gain of 18 on 1st and 10. Sean Grogan firing. It is nearly intercepted. Cole Haley got his mitts on it, but couldn't quite squeeze it. Nearly intercepted. And it falls to the turf for 2nd and 10. 2:19 to go now here in the fourth quarter. Trying to get a score update. Looks like Garnet Valley will handle Conestoga. Opened up now a 41-3 lead late in the third. They've missed a couple of extra points over there as well.
After 3 quarters, Roman Catholic leads LaSalle 33-28.
Wow, barn burner over there. All right, here we go. Empty backfield again for the senior Sean Grogan. They fake the Wolski back, firing backside screen, and Paul Oblick all over it. Stayed home and swallows him up for a loss. They'll lose a yard on the play. Didn't see quite who caught that one. Was that number 4, Dean, on the grab. Just the second catch of the night for Dean, who's one of the more dangerous receivers in this Marple offense, but 2 grabs for just 6 yards on the evening. Panthers have held him in check. 3rd and 11. Cole D'Ambrosio at the bottom of your screen. Grogan looking for some time, takes a low snap. Barlow gets off quickly, stepping up. Grogan fires back across the field, juggled and incomplete. Dean would like to have that one back off his fingertips at the 40-yard line, and it'll bring up 4th and 11. Grogan now 7 out of 19 for 50 yards on the evening. 18 of it came on the last completion that put them out to the 46-yard line here. So, Panthers about to go to 5-1 on the season. Marple will fall to 2-4 here. 1:34 to go here. 4th and 11. And they're going to get a timeout here for Strath Haven to talk things over. Looks like some confusion perhaps. Look, you don't want to make a mistake on 4th and 11, right? You want to get off the field here and wrap this thing up. So Panthers play it safe, call a timeout, and we'll keep it right here. And if we can get some more score updates, we will. But in the meantime, it's Andrew, of course, has got ideas.
Final score from over in Aston, Kennett 47, Sun Valley 7. Westchester East scores again, trail 37-19 now against. Who are they playing? I can't remember.
Downingtown East.
Downingtown East.
Yeah. Yep. That what you said? That was 37-19.
37-19 Downingtown. Malvern leads Gonzaga 31-21.
We mentioned Garnet Valley 41-3 now over Conestoga. Here, last crack at it here for Marple Newtown. Trying to come up with something big on 4th and 11. Grogan back. Steps up. Little screen out of the backfield. They tried to hide Wolski back there. The Panthers up to the task. Good grab for Wolski. He's wrapped up at the 45, shy of the first down. And the Panthers will ride this one out 34-10 with 1:22 to go in regulation. They'll snap it a couple times and take a knee, but the silver and black getting the job done tonight.
They played a great game tonight. They had a little bit of a lapse in the third quarter, but they recovered in the fourth quarter and 34-10. A nice win for the Panthers.
Clean up a couple of mistakes. You had a mistake inside the 5-yard line that kept them from punching one in. You had 2 fumbles in they're really uncontested fumbles. But
it wasn't a perfect game, but it was a good game.
All right. Give is to Derek Bradley on first down. He'll push his way just still shy of the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, but Panthers run the clock here and get that clock going. All right, Marple Newtown looks like they're not going to call a timeout, so I'm thinking that the Panthers can probably take a knee here. Clock ticks, 56 seconds, 55. May not be I don't know, it's going to be close. You don't want to put your defense back on the field for even one snap. So they may want to get this thing going. You might need to run another play here. 38 seconds, 37 seconds. Plunkin under center. He will take the snap. Give is to Jack Deskus, rather. He picks up a yard, and the clock will melt. That, folks, will do it. Panthers will stay right there in the middle of the field. 17 seconds, 16 seconds. And aside from a couple of short fields after turnovers, the Panther defense getting it done again tonight. Offense put 5 scores on the board as well. Certainly things to clean up, but the Panthers have to feel good with a 34-10 victory over Marple Newtown tonight. All right, we'll take a short timeout, be back for a quick wrap-up. A reminder that we're back on the air tomorrow morning for the JV game and a whole lot more. Stick with us. Be back in a moment on havenfootball.net.
Nagging soft tissue injury, chronic joint pain? Give Rose Tree Wellness Center a call and see Dr. Tom O'Brien for a complete diagnosis and treatment. Dr. O'Brien specializes in active release techniques, ART. ART can deal with many issues, including chronic shoulder, knee, and ankle pain. Rose Tree Wellness Center also offers a complete series of massage therapy as well as general chiropractic care. Don't spend another day in pain. Call 610-789-5555 and make an appointment today.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. Strath Haven 34, Marple Newtown 10. One of our favorite parts of every night here at the football game is the end of it, where the team goes down and sits in front of the band and they do the alma mater together. So here we go. Panthers down in that east end zone, getting together with the cheerleaders and the band all together. It's always a good sign. Good thing to see, win or lose. But feels a little better when you're on the right end of a 34-10 victory, especially coming off a loss last week. And so now the Panthers hit the road for a 2-game road trip at Conestoga and then Harriton over the next 2 weeks, followed by Lower Merion and Springfield. Marple Newtown falls to 2-4 tonight. And next week we'll be looking at Lower Merion, Pencrest, then at Conestoga as well. So both teams, have to feel pretty good over the next couple of weeks, going in with some confidence and a chance to make some noise here in the 5A playoff standings. Final thoughts there, Mike?
Yeah, if I turn off my mute button. I know it's a good, solid performance. Obviously, the 2 fumbles were a disaster. Could have been a disaster relative to the score, but they weren't. So, they recovered from it. The defense looked strong again this year, very aggressive. Very pleased with coming off of the loss last week to Haverford. They played well. Conestoga is going to be another situation next week. And we're really going to have it tough because Andrew's not going to be here next week. So we got to do this on our own.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
All right. We will somehow try to make that thing work. So
I'll take over.
I know you guys will be able to handle it.
Okay.
That'd be great.
I wouldn't go away if I knew you couldn't handle it.
Very good. Well, we'll do the best we can. And again, thanks again to everybody here at Strath Haven. A wonderful night from start to finish with the pregame fun and shenanigans and excitement from the Philadelphia Eagles. And thanks again to Linnell Mosley for everything she does in the athletic department to make it smooth and easy for us each week. Thanks again to Kevin on the scoreboard and to Mike and to and to Dean on the cameras. Great job as always. Of course, Andrew doing the stats and so forth. Check out his work in the days ahead. Be a little bit of a delay because we're busy tomorrow morning.
Yep.
We have a 10 o'clock kickoff up at Marple Newtown for the JV game. We're looking forward to that one, getting some future peek at some future varsity players. So thanks for joining us tomorrow morning at 10. We'll put out a Twitter and maybe a Facebook reminder later tonight. Thanks again to Mike Mayer for everything on the website and the engineering of the broadcast as always. And to Pete Fulgenetti, terrific job as always with the color commentary. Your final score one more time. Strath Haven 34, Marple Newtown 10. This is Brian Carroll signing off. Good night, everybody, and great football.
This internet broadcast has been a production of havenfootball.net Incorporated. All rights are reserved. Thanks for watching and good night.